Welcome to my channel, Columbo fans. My name is Bob. What is your favorite Columbo episode? Just put your answer in the comment section below this video. And while you are doing that, just hit the subscribe button. This will help my channel grow so more Columbo fans can view my videos. Columbo, Ransom for a Dead Man was first aired on March 1st, 1971 as a second pilot made-for-TV movie. Columbo, Ransom for a Dead Man was produced by Dean Hargrove, was directed by Richard Irving, was written by Richard Levinson and William Link. Some of the main cast members are Peter Falk as Lieutenant Columbo, Lee Grant as Leslie Williams, John Fink as Michael Clark, Harold Gould as Agent Carlson, and Patricia Mattick as Margaret Williams. The plot for Ransom for a Dead Man. Leslie Williams, played by Lee Grant, is a very important lawyer. She is good at her work, but her big break and her big money arrived when she started to work in the office of her now husband, Paul, played by Harlan Ward. She devises a complex plot in which in which she kills her husband in order to get his money and inherit his office, but makes believe to everybody that it was a ransom. She is worried and calls the police because her husband has disappeared, and some hours afterwards, she gets a voice on the phone asking for some ransom money. Lieutenant Columbo, played by Peter Falk, is one of the police officers who dedicate themselves to solve this case, especially when things supposedly go awry when she tries to give the kidnappers of the ransom money after having traveled to the middle of the desert by helicopter. However, what really happened was that Leslie has exchanged two similar briefcases, and instead of the money, she put some cutouts from newspaper inside. In the meantime, Leslie had put the money in her locker. Everybody else, including Agent Carlson, thinks that the kidnapping has failed, and soon the body of Paul Williams is found. When Columbo realizes that there is something fishy on all the ordeal, he goes to open the lawyer's locker, but it's too late, as she has already taken the money home. The widow, Leslie, thinks that she can fool everyone. Her main problem is her stepdaughter, Margaret Williams, played by Patricia Mattick. Leslie tries to reason with her. Margaret is back for the funeral from her Swedish boarding school. Margaret hates her stepmother, as she always believed to be a gold digger. Leslie threatens to cut her out of her parents' estate money and wonders aloud whether Margaret will be able to keep on buying her friends without her parents' money. Columbo pesters Leslie about the late Williams' car, as he usually does with people he suspects to be guilty. Leslie tries to go on with all the cases of her late husband. Columbo, however, cannot pin the murder on Leslie. He eventually talks with Margaret, who explains why she has always hated her stepmother. There is a moment in which Margaret haunts Leslie all over the Williams mansion. Finally, Leslie realized that her stepdaughter doesn't want to frighten or kill her. The teenager only wants to reach an agreement with her concerning the money. Margaret promises to leave for Sweden forever if Leslie gives her a lot of money. The money which Leslie has kept from the fake kidnapping. Leslie and Margaret will meet at the airport. Margaret boards the plane right afterwards. Leslie breathes and is about to leave. However, whom none other than Lieutenant Columbo is waiting for her at the airport coffee shop. They talk over 2 bottles of root beer. Suddenly, someone brings a box to their table. Columbo opens it, and the briefcase with the ransom money is there. Columbo explains he couldn't devise any final proof of Leslie's guiltiness, so he asks for Margaret's help. Columbo realizes that Leslie was conceited, greedy, and selfish. Was so selfish that in fact she couldn't imagine anybody not being exactly like her. That's why she didn't suspect Margaret at all. Leslie thought that she could buy Margaret's thirst of revenge and her love for her father with money. Leslie prints all over the bills. Leslie is taken away. Columbo is left with the bill, but he realizes that he hasn't got any money of his own. He doesn't touch the ransom money, but makes the waitress go crazy and finally asks her to send the bill to his workplace. Now, some trivia for Ransom for a Dead Man. The morning after Leslie makes the drop, Margaret is watching Double Indemnity, a movie about a woman who kills her husband to collect on an insurance policy. Although Billy Goldenberg scored the opening Columbo stories in 1971, his commercially released Columbo theme, recorded as such by Norrie Palmer and his orchestra Law Beat album, Contour Records, did not become a regular feature of the show. The theme was first heard during the helicopter sequence of Ransom for a Dead Man, but Goldenberg did not use it as a title theme and composed mainly fresh music for Murder by the Book in all his subsequent scores. The Columbo series never had any recognizable theme tune of its own. Produced as a second pilot for Columbo in 1971, 3 years after Prescription Murder in 1968. Its success led to Columbo being made part of a rotating mystery movie wheel of programs for most of the 1970s. Unlike most episodes of Columbo, the above installment features no build-up to the murder. No motive is clearly explained beforehand, and the victim has very little screen time. The plane that Columbo and Leslie Williams are flying is a 1968 Model 36 Beechcraft Bonanza, registration number N7835R. As of January 2019, it is still registered with the FAA and is based in Macon, Georgia. Peter Falk and Lee Grant co-starred in the Broadway production of The Prisoner of Second Avenue. Throughout the series, working relations between Peter Falk and Universal were often rather strained. This was allegedly caused by the studio's refusal to allow the actor to direct several installments as was their agreement. In the end, Peter Falk only directed one. This episode is the only one to show the end credits scrolling up the screen and for the action to continue simultaneously. Throughout the episode, Columbo identifies himself as being from the local police. One of the 3 episodes where a plane or a helicopter scene is an important part of the murder's plan. Here the murderer has to drop out the ransom money from a plane. The others are Columbo's swan song in 1974. The plane is a murder weapon after the villain escapes it with a parachute. And the other was Columbo, a friend indeed, and also in 1974. The police captain just sees during an inspection flight as his wife is thrown into the pool. Thank you for watching this video. For more information on how you can watch this TV movie, Ransom for a Dead Man, just see the notes in the description below this video. As Columbo would say, just one more thing. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and click the thumbs up button below this video. This will help other Columbo fans to view this video. Be sure to check out my Columbo prescription murder video. Just click on the link that you see now. Thank you and have a wonderful day.